everybody, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Becca and today I have all of my July unboxings for you guys. So today I'm going to be opening 6 boxes for you guys. We have the YA and the adult Fairyloot. The YA package was sent to me by the team over at Fairyloot to show to you guys, so thank you very much to Fairyloot for that. This one is a monthly young adult subscription box that has a hardback book and a selection of bookish goodies. And then the adult Fairyloot I do pay for myself. This one is a book only subscription. I also have a special edition from Illumicrate. I don't have my monthly box. It hasn't arrived and I have emailed them about it, so hopefully that will be along soon, but this one is a special edition book that I've ordered from them. We also have the, I think that this is the June Abraxas box. This is the penultimate Abraxas box as well. September is going to be their last, but this was sent to me by the team over at Abraxas to show to you guys, so thank you very much for that. And this one is a monthly fantasy subscription with a hardback book and a selection of goodies. I do have a code for this one as well. My code is Becca10 and that will get you 10% off any of the single purchase items on their website. I also have the July Goldsboro Science Fiction and Fantasy Fellowship. This one is also a book only subscription. It is one that I pay for myself, and in this one you get a brand new science fiction or fantasy hardback that is in an exclusive edition and also signed and numbered. I'm really excited for July's book from Goldsboro as well. And then I just have a random Waterstones package. I think at the beginning of July I placed a massive Waterstones order and I wanted to save everything and do like a Waterstones unboxing video, but the majority of the things that I've ordered are either indies or pre-orders, so it's going to be a while before they all arrive. So I'm just going to add the one package that I have so far into this unboxing. So we will kick it off with the Waterstones order, I guess. I made a mistake when I ordered as well, so I think this has 3 books in it. However, I only should have ordered 2. I accidentally ordered 2 copies of one of them, so I'm going to have to get a refund on that. But I ordered 2 copies of Sex Life 44 Chapters About 4 Men by B.B. Easton. I actually recently met B.B. Easton at Rare in Edinburgh, and this is a book that one of my favorite TV shows, Sex Life, is based on, and it is about a woman who is happily married but she doesn't have a very exciting sex life, so she's reminiscing and writing her memoirs about the more exciting lovers she had in her youth, and then pretty quickly one of these past lovers makes a reappearance and she has to decide whether she values the safety and security her husband provides over the passion that she had from like her ex-boyfriend. So this is like a memoir about 4 men, and then there's also like a standalone book about each of the 4 men, and I have one of the standalones that is signed and personalized by B.B. Easton, but I needed this one because you're supposed to read this one first. And then I also have Twisted Love by Anna Huang. This one is a romance that I've been hearing a lot about, and I asked Madison Mary from Princess of Paperback whether I should read this and she said yes. Madison is my go-to when I'm looking for recommendations for romance. This one is a romance between a young woman and her brother's best friend, and then the end of the synopsis says theirs is a love that was never supposed to happen, but when it does, it unleashes secrets that could destroy them both and everything they hold dear. So colour me intrigued. Also a nice colour palette I have going on. Let's do the young adult Fairyloot first. I can't remember what July's book is. I feel like a lot of subscription boxes have a very hyped release for August, so I've forgotten what all of the July books are supposed to be because everything's like everyone's talking about the August ones. But the theme for this month is trials and retribution. Here are the spoilers if you guys want to pause and read those, but I'm going to be going in blind as usual. So the first item we have is a pair of trainer socks. These are inspired by Gideon the Ninth. I am always down, especially for trainer socks. I don't know why. I have so many pairs, but none of them ever seem to be clean. These are obviously inspired by Gideon the Ninth, and there is his skull on there. Fairyloot socks are quite good quality as well. They're nice and thick. I don't think any of my Fairyloot socks have got holes in yet. Next up we have a new pin banner. This one is inspired by Dance of Thieves. Yes, Dance of Thieves by Mary E. Pearson. I can always do with more of these because I think, yeah, this one behind me is nearly full and that's my most recent one. Oh, this is pretty. What is this? This is an album like the one that was in Illumicrate recently. I really love the design on this. It says A Little Adventure, and it is a little, like, it's a photo album technically, but they're the size that you can fit the book box prints in. So I actually have the most recent Illumicrate one here, which has my smaller prints in it. So this will come in handy. Metal straws, my fave. I love me a metal straw. I've started taking them around with me because I now no longer like to drink anything through my teeth. So when I go out, I take a pack of metal straws with me just to make sure that I have some in case I'm somewhere where they don't offer straws. These have, oh, they do. Are these inspired? I want to say that these are inspired by Law by Alexandra Bracken, because I'm not sure if you guys can really see the patterning on there, but there definitely is one. So far we have 4 items that I'm definitely going to use, which is always handy. We have another sword replica. Oh, this one is pretty. What's this one from? These are all letter openers. I think this is the 3rd one that Fairyloot have done. And this one, oh, this one's inspired by Lila from A Dark Shade of Magic, which I don't think I would have gotten. And then before we get to the book of the month, we do just have the monthly tarot cards. As a bonus item in every Fairyloot, they do include 2 tarot cards with the intention of if you collect enough Fairyloot boxes, you'll end up with a full deck of tarot. This one is upside down, but this is Strength and the Hermit, and these ones are from Blood Scion by Deborah Fillet. I really like the purple, gold and black colour scheme on these ones. Okay, so the book of the month, and I don't think I have any idea what it is. It goes this way. Oh, this is really pretty. The Darkening by Sonia Mara. Oh, I think I saw, oh, nice edges. I think I saw this book at Yelp, and this might be an exclusive cover. So this one has a blue color scheme that is different to the purple design of the standard copy, and also I'm going to assume that the foiling is exclusive as well. And then, oh, we also have some really nice foiling on the front cover, exclusive end pages in there as well. So the back of this says, a fierce revolutionary, a desperate prince, together they will face the storm or be swept away. And the synopsis says, Prince Dalka was born for one purpose, to protect his home from the storm, a deadly force that surrounds his city and curses everyone it touches. Vesper Vale, love that name, is the daughter of failed revolutionaries. Since the queen sentenced her mother to death by the storm, she and her father have been on the run. So when the queen's soldiers, led by Prince Dalka, catch up to Vesper's father, she will do whatever it takes to save him from sharing her mother's cruel fate, even arm herself with her father's book of dangerous experimental magic, even infiltrate the prince's elite squad of soldier sorcerers, even cheat her way into his cold heart. But when Vesper learns that there's more to the story of her mother's death and that her home is in dire peril, she has little choice. Trust the devious prince with her family's secrets or follow her mother's footsteps into the storm. Intriguing, and I really like the foiling on the front of this one. So as usual, down in the comments, let me know what your favourite item from this month's Fairyloot is. I'm torn. Every single item aside from the letter opener, because I already have 2, are items that I'm definitely going to use. So I think my favourites are either the metal straws or the socks, because I'll get a lot of use out of these ones. The theme for the September Fairyloot, by the way, is Tell Me Lies, and that is for fans of Gilded, Romeo and Juliet, and fandom neutral items as well. And then we also have a letter from the author on the back of this art for The Darkening. Next up, we'll do the adult Fairyloot. I think, yes, I know what book this is. This is the, is it The Undertaking of Mercy and Heart, which is like a, is it a historical romance? It's like a fantasy romance, I think. The theme is demigods and donuts. And the book, oh, it's pink. The Undertaking of Heart and Mercy. We also have a stenciled edge on here, and I will overlay the original cover over the top because I think it's inverted and the bulk of the original is blue. In this one we have a really pretty foiled hardcover, and also I'm going to assume that these end papers are exclusive, and we have different ones on the back there as well. So this one says, the house in the cerulean sea meets You've Got Mail in this quirky, refreshing fantasy with a rom-com worthy twist. Hart is a marshal tasked with patrolling the magical wilds of Tanria. It's an unforgiving job and Hart's got nothing but time to ponder his loneliness. Mercy never has a moment to herself. She's been single-handedly keeping Birdsall and Son undertakers afloat in defiance to sullen jerks like Hart, who seem to have a gift for showing up right when her patience is thinnest. After yet another exasperating run-in with Mercy, Hart finds himself penning a letter addressed simply to a friend, which to his surprise an anonymous letter comes back in return and a tentative friendship is born. If only Hart knew he's been bearing his soul to the person who infuriates him most, Mercy. As the dangers from Tanria grow closer, so do the unlikely pen pals. Can their blossoming romance survive the fated discovery that their correspondents are their worst nightmares, each other? You know what? That sounds fun, and I have heard that it is actually quite fun, so I'm down. Oh, I just had, for my August TBR, I had a prompt that was to read a book that was pink, and that would have been perfect. Okay, so next up we will do the Illumicrate special edition. I don't know if I'm keeping this because I actually ended up getting a Waterstones edition of this book because it had a really nice alternate cover. So it is a series that I really like though, so I may just keep hold of this one. Oh, I didn't realize it had foiling on as well. This is Lore Olympus Volume 2 by Rachel Smith, which is the second volume, obviously, of a webcomic that's being bound into hardcover. So this is a Greek myth retelling that particularly focuses on a romantic relationship between Hades and Persephone, but it retains kind of like the personalities of the gods and goddesses, but modernizes them. So like there's technology in here, like they live in a city, makes them kind of funny and relatable as well. There is content warnings in here because it's Greek myth, so there is toxic relationships, domestic abuse, sexual assault throughout here, so do be careful of that. But the relationship between Hades and Persephone is just so sweet, it makes me want to die. So I've just read this actually and I gave it 4 stars. Oh, there's a letter from the author in here as well. I think I'll be keeping this. This is very nice. You can stay. And then moving on to the Abraxas box. I can't remember what the theme of this is, and I don't think I have an idea on the book. Oh, there's something fabricy in here though. Something really cool about Abraxas is that the subscribers are on the art cards, like they're the muse of the month. So the theme for this month is magic and murder. And here are the spoilers if you'd like to pause and read them. The fabric item is large. Is this a tea? This is a tea cozy. This is precious. Oh my god. It says the teapot is of no consequence. I can defeat anyone at any time. And it's a, oh, it's a Margaret Rogerson quote. I think, is this Enchantment of Ravens? Yes. It is. We also have what feels like a pin. This is inspired by Stalking Jack the Ripper. And then we also have as the final item an art print inspired by these violent delights. So the book of the month from Abraxas. Oh, this is gorgeous. This is Blood and Moonlight by Erin Beatty. Oh, this is the author of The Traitor's Kiss, which also has a gorgeous cover, which is why I recognize it. The back of this says, when blood meets moonlight, Catherine discovers astonishing abilities that draw her into a mysterious stranger's hunt for a serial killer. Oh, we also have a book plate in here. The synopsis says, rising above the city of Collis is the holy sanctum, and watching over its many spires is Catherine, an orphan girl whose unique skills serve the sanctum's master architect, while she alone can spot the building's flaws in construction before they turn deadly. But when Catherine witnesses a murderer escaping the scene of his crime, she's pulled into a dangerous chain of events where the only certainty is that the killer will strike again. Assigned to investigate is the brilliant and enigmatic Simon, whose insights into the mind of a predator are frighteningly accurate. As the grisly crimes continue, Catherine finds herself caught between the killer and detective while hiding her own secret, a supernatural sight granted by the moon destined to make her an outcast and the only thing that might save her and those she loves from becoming the next victims. So sounds interesting, and that is just, that's a beautiful cover. And then the final box we have today is the Goldsboro Science Fiction and Fantasy Fellowship for July. I do know what the book is for this. They do announce the books in advance so that you can skip them if you want to. I think that this one comes in a slipcase as well. I'm actually really excited for this book as well because I think Elliot Brooks said that it's like a mix between Red Queen and Red Rising, which two of my favorite series ever. So I'm eager to get to it, but as you guys know, I do have a vlog series where I read all of the Goldsboro books, so it's gonna have to wait until then. But this is The Final Strife by Sarah L. Arifi, and look at this, oh my god. And then the book, wow, that is pretty. I will of course overlay the original cover so that you guys can see the difference. This is essentially just in a slipcase instead of a dust jacket with a lot of foiling. Oh, we also have really nice end pages. There's no synopsis because there's no dust jacket. It is signed by the author and it is number 1072 out of 2000. And I'm going to have to find you a Goodreads synopsis for this one. The UK cover as well is like 10,000 times better than the US one. It says the book has its roots in the mythology of Africa and Arabia. But the synopsis says, red is the blood of the elite, of magic, of control. Blue is the blood of the poor, of workers, of the resistance. Clear is the blood of the slaves, of the crushed of the invisible. Scylla dreams of days growing up in the resistance, being told she would spark a revolution that would free the empire from the red-blooded ruling class's tyranny. That spark was extinguished the day she watched her family murdered before her eyes. Anor has been told that she's nothing, no one, a disappointment by the only person who matters, her mother, the most powerful ruler in the empire. But when Scylla and Anor meet, a fire burns between them that could consume the kingdom and their hearts. Hassa moves through the world unseen by upper classes, so she knows what it means to be invisible. But invisibility has its uses. It can hide the most dangerous of secrets, secrets that can reignite a revolution. And when she joins forces with Scylla and Anor, together these grains of sand will become a storm. As the empire begins a set of trials of combat and skill designed to find its new leaders, the stage is set for blood to flow, power to shift, and cities to burn. And the trilogy is called the Ending Fire Trilogy. Interesting. So I definitely see where the Red Queen and the Red Rising comparison has come from with that synopsis, and I am very excited to be reading this book, hopefully in October. I think is when I'm going to get to it. I am behind on all of my vlog series at the minute, but I am making an effort to catch up. So once again, we have, oh look at this, we have a lot of blue and pink here. This kind of ruins it with the brightness of the red, but I'm really liking how the rest of these look together. Please let me know down in the comments which one of these books you guys are most interested in. Once again, a big thank you to Fairyloot and Abraxas for providing boxes for me to show to you guys. In my description box you will find a link to all of the boxes that I've opened today, as well as any of their social media and discount codes if I have them, so please do go ahead and check them out if you are at all interested. But aside from that guys, please don't forget to like this video if you liked it and subscribe if you wanna. If you head to my description box you'll find a link to my Goodreads, Instagram and Twitter if you'd like to follow me on any of those, as well as a link to my Bookish Candle website, the Instagram for that, and a 10% off discount code. But that's it from me today guys. Bye!
Oh, you bite your friend like chocolate. You say you will go where nobody knows, with guns hidden under our petticoats. We're never gonna quit it, no, we're never gonna quit it, no.